Okay, welcome back. Episode 2 of a lovely dramatical murder. So we left off where we just met up with Mizuki, and he just left. So, after Mizuki's figure disappears completely, I turn my face to the direction in which everybody was running to. I don't hate rhyme like Mizuki does, but I'm not very interested in it either. If you meet Mizuki for the first time and talk about rhyme with him, you'll probably hate it afterward. I pat Ren's head and begin to walk in the noisy alley. Then, suddenly I'm wrapped in a white light. A massive light appears in front of me when I stop to see what happened. It gradually takes a human form and extends its hands towards me. Its fingertips brush my cheek and vanish. While I wonder what happened, many people suddenly swarm around me. I'm mobbed by an excited group. I don't think I can slip out of here. A large circle of light floats on the ground, and what appears inside is... a body of a woman with multiple arms sways slowly and then stops. And yes, that is Usui's voice.
Line name, player versus Route 44 の対戦だ.
This is rhyme. I've seen it several times at a distance, but this is the first time I've seen it up close.
Player はこれまで5回参戦、3連勝中。一方、Route 44は初参加。
What appears within the light is the symbol and referee of rhyme, Usui. Usui speaks in a deep voice, contradicting its appearance. While brightening the light and swaying two hands, a huge virtual monitor appears over its head. The audience can watch the state of the game from that monitor. The participants are already standing on both sides of Usui and adjust the settings on their all-mates. I just realized I never noticed this before, but his all-mate is a freaking cat. Look at it. Okay, what is this guy's? Can you see this guy's all-mate? No, you can't. But what is this? So cute. Usui smiles and raises a hand with a graceful movement unfitting of its voice. The monitor emits a white light and projects the field. The audience cheers and hoots and unanimously. Listen, I know what that says, and I know how to pronounce it in my head. I just can't pronounce it when I'm speaking it. Unanimously. Something like that. Yeah. Suddenly, a sharp pain runs through my head. Unanimously. I'm dumb. I'm freaking dumb. God. Anyways, I hold my forehead and my gaze wanders. What? It's because the audience is so loud?
Aoba, 大丈夫か?
大丈夫。でも そろそろ行くか。
そうした方がいい。
Passing somewhat forcibly between the spectators who were absorbed in rhyme, I slip out from the mountain of onlookers. I'll lean on a nearby wall, exhale, and look down. Someone's here? When I look up, I see a familiar duo.
こんばんは。
やっほー。
どうしたんですか？気分でも悪くなりました？
人酔いでもした？
Wheels and Trip!
お前ら。
You too.
なあ。まあそんなとこかな。
The one with the glasses is Virus, or Virus. And the powerfully built one is Trip. I've known these two for a long time.
青葉、気分はどうだ？
まあまあ大丈夫。こんなところでどうしたんです？ライムなんて珍しい。いや、どうってこともねえんだけど。もしかして興味湧いちゃいました？全然そういうんじゃねえよ。
ぼんやりして巻き込まれたんじゃねえの？
違うって。つかお前らこそ何こんなとこでフラフラしてんだよ。俺たちはお仕事ですよ。
ライムの連中最近はしゃぐから。
There are some so-called dangerous associations in the old resident district. These two are members of one. I got acquainted with them long in the past, back when I was in my teens and did stupid things. I spent all my time in the western district of Wanibashi and didn't go home, and for some reason I was always irritated. When I was living like that, I once made a mistake in a fight and encountered a person who wanted revenge, and I was sent to the hospital. It's embarrassing to even remember. At the moment, only these guys and Granny know about those days. At one time, we lost contact with each other, but we began to talk again, starting a few years ago. I had become a part-timer, and they had joined the Yakuza. Saying that, here the police are like the Yakuza, so I don't think much of it.
それにしても相変わらずお前ら似たような格好してんな。双子見て。双子じゃありませんから。青葉さんはお仕事の方は順調ですか？
アイスクリーム屋さんだっけ？ペンギンのエプロンの。あれは一日でクビになったんだっけ？
Really? He worked in an ice cream shop before?
一日じゃない、3日。今はジャンクショップの店員やってるよ。
Wow. I actually didn't know that he used to work at an ice cream shop. Only for 3 days though, but still, it's a little cool trivia to know.
なんだっけ？平等？
平凡。もう結構長く続いてるし。青葉さんに平凡なんてネーミング合いませんけどね。ま、もし暴れたくなったらいつでも声をかけてください。
If you want to behave violently again.
うち割と羽振りいいのでおすすめですよ。気持ちだけ受け取っとく。青葉さんの戦ってる姿また見たいって今でもよく思うんですけどね。
そうそう、俺たちファンだからな、青葉の。
おっと、ルート44ダメージ250。さあ、いよいよクライマックスか。
The excitement of the audience reaches its peak as Usui continues to broadcast the rhyme. Then a voice enters, dividing the enthusiastic atmosphere.
Akkkkkuuushimmaa!
Accompanied by police officers, the by police officers is the megaphone holding evil eye detective Akkkkkuuushimmaa.
ああ、うるさいのが来ちゃいましたね。
てめえらこんなとこで騒いでんじゃねえ。全員まとめて逮捕だ。
Usui disappears like smoke, and the rhyme is suspended. The participants and the spectators escape in all directions. Akkkkkuuushimmaa. He's a detective who abuses his authority and does whatever he wants to. The number of victims who have been arrested or received abuse by this guy on false charges are countless. Fitting to his haggard appearance, he's called the god of death of the old resident district.
ここは退散ですね。青葉さんも早く。
なあ。バイバイ、青葉。
待てこの野郎。逃げんなこら。クソが逮捕じゃ。
I begin to run immediately so that I won't get caught by Akkkkkuuushimmaa, who's just about to pop a blood vessel. I decide to continue to Aoyagi Street. I almost get hit by a motorbike when I turn at the corner while running. I quickly roll onto the ground. I blankly look up at the bike. The man doesn't get off of it. His eyes are focused on me. When I see his eyes, for some reason, chills start to run through me. The man says nothing and speeds off on his bike again.
Oi!
I stand up in a hurry, but it's already too late. The motorbike makes a roaring sound and speeds down the street in the twinkling of an eye. That bastard. He almost caused a traffic accident, and he didn't even apologize for almost running someone over either. It wasn't an uncommon thing in this town, but I was still angry. I shudder when I think that I could have been run over by that man.
Aoba, 大丈夫か。
ああ、ギリギリセーフ。危なかったけど。
無事でよかった。
本当にな。
I'm calmed by Ren's concerned words, and my anger fades. Well, since I was safe, it should be fine. I change my mood and begin to walk home. When I enter the residential area and walk a bit further, I see my familiar house.
ただいま。
いい加減にせえよこのバカ孫。
A thunder shakes my eardrums as soon as I enter the door. Oh, as soon as I open the door. My ears ring.
うるさー。当たり前だよ。うるさく聞こえるように怒鳴ってんだから。
The real source of the thunder? Granny stands at the platform of the entrance, snorting and scowling at me. I've always wondered, where does she get that loud voice from? It's so mysterious, I can't help it.
なんだよ、何怒ってんだよ。
そりゃあ怒るわ。鍵だよ、鍵。
鍵？
仕事に行くときは玄関の鍵閉めてけって何度言ったらわかるんだい。
ああ、そっか、ごめん。
When I woke up today, I was almost late to my part-time job, so I panicked and flew out of the house.
ごめんじゃないよ。まったくなんだってこんな記憶力の悪い子に育っちまったんだろうね。
しょうがないだろ。忘れてたんだよ。
どうせまた寝坊して飛び出してったんだろう。本当に23にもなってどうしようもない孫だね。悲しくって涙が出そうだよ。
だからごめんって言ってんだろ。人間うっかりすることぐらい誰でもあるだろうが。
お前はうっかりの世界選手権にでも出ようってのかい。これで何度目だよ。
ね、あ、6回。
本当にお前って子は。
Granny began trembling with anger. A blue vein is clearly visible on her forehead. This could be getting dangerous. Granny could faint if too much blood goes to her head. So this isn't a joke.
わかった、わかった。明日から気をつける。だからもう怒鳴るなよ。
その言葉も何度目だろうね。お前がそんなんじゃこっちもおちおちしねえやしないよ。
Grandma lets out a rough snort and goes back toward the kitchen while making loud footsteps.
ほら、とっとと入りな。
Before that, let's look at their house. Oh, cute. Nothing interesting to point out, but I do like those lion statues. Or, you know, I've always thought those were lions, so... Okay, let's continue. It seems she settled down for a while anyway. Relieved, I take off my shoes and enter the hallway. Shouting happens every day like this, but our relationship isn't that bad. It's rather good, actually. Granny's shouting is proof that she's fine. If her shouting disappeared one day, I'd feel lonely. I feel thankful to Granny for raising me by herself, and I also respect her. It would be embarrassing to tell her, so I won't. In the kitchen, Granny moved something that was just stir-fried in the frying pan to a plate. I wash my hands by the sink, pick out chopsticks from a shelf, and arrange them on the table. My parents were also living together with us, but they were free spirits by nature and were never in the house. When the year passed, and I think they'll never return, they would suddenly come back and disappear again. That was the case ever since I was small, so living together with just Granny became everyday life for me. That's why I was unexpectedly calm when even my parents didn't come home. It was really thanks to Granny. Even though I made her worry about me over many things, I want to cherish the time I'm living with Granny. Even without any special luxuries, living like this is enough.
さて、いただこうかね。
Somen noodles, tuna, stir-fried shiitake mushrooms, and boiled greens, deep-fried fish, and miso soup are all lined up on the table. I took a seat with Granny and put both hands together.
いただきます。
いただきます。わーちゃんうまい。
そうかい。
Being chased by the police made me hungry, so Granny's... Huh. Okay, I did not hit anything, it just... Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm skipping some dialogue by accident. I didn't hit anything, but somehow it skipped over. What's the history button? Oh yeah, this. That's your meter. Determines good end or bad end, just to let you know. Okay. What is the history? I? H? Anyways, let's just continue. Okay.
いつものかい。食後に薬飲むのを忘れるんじゃないよ。
うん。
A long time ago, when I did stupid stuff and got hospitalized, the headaches became very frequent. This was the second time today. I had many things inspected in the hospital, but they said the cause was unknown. Since then, I've taken a medicine Granny prescribed me. Granny has a medical license, and she examines old people from the neighborhood and prescribes medicine, being safer than an unskilled doctor who takes only lots of money. She has a bit of a reputation in the neighborhood. Other medicines are useless. When I take Granny's medicine, the headaches always stop quickly. That's a sure reason to be able to call her skilled.
ごちそうさま。
When I finished eating, I take the medication, and after I clear off the tableware, I go up to the second floor. I enter my room and take Ren, who's in sleep mode, out of my bag and start him up. That's his room. Everything is mostly blue, and he has a cigarette or an ashtray. Nothing interesting. Some junk laying around. An old computer. Look at that. My head still hurts. I think about getting some fresh air and head out to the veranda. I step out on the veranda and lean on the handrail. The slightly cool wind feels comfortable. I let out a small breath and look up to the sky. Only the shadows of the folded buildings reflect in my field of view. The scenery wasn't like this in the past. It was more beautiful, this island. Oh shit. Yeah, Platinum Gel is fucking gigantic. Midorijima floats in the remote sea southwest of the Japanese island Honshu. The selling points of the island are the blue sea, white sands, and rich green foliage. Or so they were. Those are all stories from the past. Now on the east side, Platinum Gel occupies approximately 1/3 of the island in a lordly manner. Because Platinum Gel of the old resident district are cut off with a huge wall, we can't see inside it from this side. Jesus, why is the wall so big? That's like, I don't know, like unnecessarily big. I've seen the representative of Toei Inc., the company that built Platinum Gel, on TV and on network several times. Apparently, when I was a kid, Toei Inc. required eviction of the inhabitants during the development of the island. Or required eviction. However, they were promised luxurious houses and lots of money, so most of the inhabitants left the island depending on negotiations. But still, there were some stubborn inhabitants who wouldn't go away. We're like that too. No matter how good the conditions they were offered, they couldn't abandon their hometown where they were born and raised. They kept ignoring the eviction and demand again and again. After a while, Toei's side said no more. They began to give up, and the reason was officially because they didn't want coercion. But in fact, they had abandoned the remaining inhabitants. If you don't want to accept negotiations, so be it. Live or die, it's up to you. And then Toei dealt his next hand, saying that it was maintenance for the island. The supply lines of water service, gas, and goods were narrowed rapidly, and the surviving inhabitants were driven away to the old resident district as a result. The once beautiful Midorijima was ruined. No matter how anyone describes it, a country cannot allow such tyranny. The inhabitants who believed that The inhabitants that believed in that appealed to the mainland, wanting them to do something. But since nothing can be changed even now, it was useless to hope for better. About 3 years ago, when going from the old resident district to the mainland, you had to obtain the permission of the Administration Bureau, which belongs to Toei. In other words, the inhabitants of the old resident district can't step out of the island without the permission of Toei. Such permission is never granted. Never. What? Oh. It's Toei's way of saying that the people who rejected the evictions were wrong. As I was staring out into space, something makes a sound by my feet.
Aoba, 今日メールからダウンロードしたデータだが、どうする?
Download?
I was leaning on the handrail, but Ren's voice startled me and made me stand up straight. That's right, I completely forgot. It was when the brats came into the shop today. Before I knew it, a download complete screen had popped up. Was it?
そのデータはウイルスは入ってなかったのか?
検出されていない。
中身は?
プレイヤーがキャラクターを操ることで移動、情報収集を行い、敵キャラクターと戦って経験値を取得し、レベルを上げるタイプのゲームだ。
ああ、RPG ね。有料なのか?
有料ではない。
へえ。ってことは悪ガキどものせいでうっかり購入したってわけじゃないのか。どっかのお試しアプリかな。
不明だ。
ま、変なのじゃないならやってもいいかもな。暇つぶしに。
起動するか。
頼む。
了解。
I take Ren in my arms and return to the room and sit on my bed.
ずいぶんレトロな画面だな。
Kyo, Nao, and Mio's generation have probably never seen anything like this. Even I haven't seen this type of old game anywhere else but on video sites. After the message from the princess was over, a title logo appeared. It's so old, it's almost strangely refreshing. They even have the message speed. Silent Oath. While the odd feeling rises inside me, I push start. You know what? Let me boost just a little bit, just a smidge.
Are? 続きもんなのかこれ。定期的に配信されてくるとか?
そのようだ。
なるほどね。まさしく暇つぶしにはもってこいって感じの
That
短
was
さだな。
literally like 30 seconds. Doesn't really kill any time. I don't know if it was entertaining or not, but if a sequel comes out, I might play it again. As soon as I closed the game screen, I yawned. I was so focused on the game, I didn't realize how tired I was.
そろそろ寝る準備でもしますかねと。
I closed the window and curtain to the veranda and leave my room to go to the washroom. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. It's a good episode, lengthy episode. So see you guys next time.